Hi, y'all. Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings here. I am here. Baby is here awake. She is so connected to Mama today, so you might hear her. And if things get rough, I might have to click off. That's just how we're gonna have to do on the live reading. So, if so, I'll pop back on later and finish up. All right. So today the theme is: Are they loyal? So you got them, they're around, and this could be friends, this could be family, this could be whoever, a lover. Are they loyal to you? Are they bringing that safety to your relationship? Okay, so we have the Labradorite right there, which is a heart. We have a Carnelian. We have this Rutilated. We have this amazing Amazonite or Amazonite or however you pronounce. Okay, we're going to be using to it. If you're doing the playback, go ahead and pause. If you need to see which deck resonates with you, you can pick different sets here for different people in your life as well. All right, are they loyal? Let's get into it. For those of you who chose the Labradorite, there's the flash. Let's see. We got the Five of Staves, which is the Five of Wands. We got the Seven of Cups reversed. We got the Weaver, Fate, Destiny, and Weird. And we got the Witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. What? Two weavers. Okay, so for this one here, they struggle to have loyalty. They really do. And they have way too many options going on. They're tied to so many people. This is the person who is like the social networker. They could be Gemini rising, Aquarius rising, or have like Gemini, Aquarius. I'm not getting Libra so much, even though they're an air sign and they can be social that way, but they could be. But I'm getting like Gemini, Aquarius, Aries energy. Um, where I feel like if you're a Scorpio, you're having major issues with them if you have Scorpio in your chart, because they're just like, they're not giving you that concrete loyalty that you really look for. This is somebody who, they have the power. You feel that they could be loyal, you feel like they could, like, why don't you just stand up to all these people? Why don't you just yeah, why don't you just tell it like it is, put people in their place and kind of check everybody, because maybe it is possible that they could maintain these friendships, but they don't set boundaries. So here it's like, are they going to be the one caught in the web, or are they going to be the one who weaves the web? And that could be a thing too. There might be things on social media, things that are done in connected competition that they connect with of yours, or people that you beef with, but then it's erased, then it's hidden, it's private. So this person is not, definitely if you're a Scorpio, it's not that kind of loyalty. It's somebody who really struggles with being loyal, and they feel like they want to, and they also have a control thing though. So they're like, well, I can talk to who I want to talk to, I can be connected with who I want to be connected with. And so they kind of end up losing the meaning of loyalty. And I think that everybody ends up feeling like this person's not loyal, because they kind of keep this competition going with everybody there. So for this person, I would say they're not 100% with you. They're not fully being present, committed, and loyal. There is the ability for other people to infiltrate the relationships. They can either purposely or unwittingly end up kind of pitting you against competition. Hi. And things of that nature. So let's get ready to see show. Oh yes. So you really want to take that in consideration when, if you're, I feel like, be careful what you're sharing with this person. Things that you hold sacred, this person does not hold sacred. Ideals, beliefs, personal informations, projects that you work on. I feel like, they take what works for them, and then like the rest, like nothing is really sacred to them. If you have certain things that you don't want on social media, they might not care, or things of that nature, or they just don't care why you don't like certain people. And so they don't really feel the need to have your back in that way. Okay? All right. So for those of you, you want another seashell? And give her my seashells to play with. Um, Little water babies here. Here you go, baby. So for those of you who chose Carnelian, we have the Empress. Oop. We have the Page of Cups, Elven Touch, Recovery, Comeback, and Renewal. And we have graveyard, unnecessary fear. So this person I feel is loyal. There could have been a mishap where you felt like, you're over here being the empress. You feel like this person slipped up. Maybe I feel like with this person, if there was, a slip up, that it was really out of naivety, or it was really out of them truly wanting to be able to forgive someone, or like give someone a second chance. It wasn't out of trying to be deceitful. It could be with parenting. So maybe they really are trying to do the best when it comes to the parenting dynamics that they're having to deal with co-parenting, things of that nature. But here we have recovery, like they're really focused on healing. It's saying that you have nothing to fear. It shows them as very genuine, and feeling that it is deserving to feed into your relationship, to nourish your relationship, and to, here he's like completely present, completely focused, and able to give into this relationship. So you could maybe cut this person some slack, allow the healing to come in. I feel like they're trying to offer some healing balm to you. Maybe they made a mistake or something of that nature, but it looks like it is dead and gone in the past. So this is especially if you're working with a Pisces, a Taurus, a Libra, and other water signs could be possible. But this is saying that Scorpio could definitely be possible. Yeah, that the pain, whatever misunderstanding is in the past, and really they're trying to move forward. They're you're right, like they're not always, because of their kind of sensitive way that they navigate things, they don't always use their discernment with others, not because they don't have the intuition, but just because they want to be very caring and understanding. Now the other side could be possible if you're the person who's very sensitive, and you've been dealing with somebody who is more like the Empress energy. You might feel like, well, they only like whoever can kind of kiss their ass, or whoever can buy them things, whoever can flatter them, and kind of give them things to flaunt and pamper them. But this is saying whatever that is that they've been kind of mistaken, and they haven't been really having discernment, or they haven't really been appreciating you, that it's coming out of that. There's healing available, and it's saying don't fear, this connection with them, that there is genuine loyalty and love that is there. Okay, especially those of you who have situations involving children with that. Yes. Yeah, is it under you? That doesn't feel good. Okay. Mhm. All right, for those of you who chose the Rutilated quartz, we have the Six of Wands reverse. We have the Emperor reversed. We have Eiffeling, nobility, grace, and gratitude, and ancestors, which says the love and legacy of our DNA. So for this person, I feel like this person is very loyal to themselves. And so for some of you, this is definitely trying to reconnect with family, and things haven't really changed. If you feel like you've always taken the high road, hi, that you've always taken the high road and very much had to, just deal with things, and you're wondering if, like, now that you've shown grace and compassion, if people will get used to that. Sorry, I'm gonna pick her up. Let me see if I can prop you for a second. Oh, excuse me. Live videos, guys. My baby needs me to pick her up. Just a second. But if you've always felt like you have to be the one that is very much like, um, okay, there we go. Very much like being the peacekeeper, being the one who kind of has to melt and shrink, and not show your full self, and not change. And I feel like however people are, like that's what they're loyal to. If they have a religion, if certain way of being, that's who they are. So it's saying to there should be some people in the family that you can connect with, but it's saying to stick to your roots, stick to the people who know who you are. You definitely have ancestors with you spiritually and really walking with you. If you're really going through a time where you're being like persecuted because of who you are, who you're born into being, that could definitely be a thing for some of you. I feel like this person, especially if it's like a Leo or an Aries, potentially a Sag, but they're just not, they're not in the battle kind of thing. You know, I feel like you're just being very acknowledged when it comes to what you've been through and what you've accomplished. So I would, she's trying to push the screen. I'm like, no, don't end the live video. Um, so I would really watch putting too much loyalty into this person. I see here that you're very, you know, you have so much beauty and just, you know, grace as it says, and strength that is in you, and there are people to connect with and support you. I just don't think that this person that you're asking about has that loyalty that you're deserving of. Okay. All right. So let's see. Oop, my little mess. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, for those of you who chose the Amazonite, as I say, and there's smoky quartz there, we have the King of Swords reversed, the Two of Pentacles, She Who Laughs, humor, perspective, and mirth, and the Skull of Light illumination. This one's a yes or no, yes and no. When this person is like in the right mood, I feel like they are very they're always kind of tough to deal with, but I feel like when they're in the right mood, you know, they can be very kind of enlightened. They can understand you. You guys get on the same wavelength. You find their orneriness kind of cheeky and fun and humorous, and it's okay. When they're off, though, they're very off and they don't care. They don't give a flying fuck what your opinions are, what your viewpoint is, what anyone has to say. They get rigid. They get, you know, they're very influenced by the people that are around them socially. Aquarius, Gemini. Yeah. So I feel like, yeah, it's almost like this person, it's like one minute they're on high enlightenment and the next minute they're just like really shitty. And I think they know that. And I think that's why the pendulum swings so intensely with them, because when they're not being loyal, when they're not being truthful, when they're not living in their own truth, they feel so guilty for it that they just go full like snark, mean person, like nasty, you know, and just I don't care. Very indifferent, very detached, very about their money, their life, their social circles, what amuses them. You know, even backtracking a bit on their own kind of beliefs, you know. So if there's someone who's manifesting and doing, you know, positivity and law of attraction and all of this, as soon as they're not in the mood or as soon as they're slipping up, then they're thinking shit that you're thinking, you know, that you're living your path of all of those things, for example. So I feel like with this person in this relationship, then you might want to wait it out and, you know, just know that they're like the, you know, your cousin or whoever, and it's somebody like, okay, yeah, I know that they're like that, and you can kind of gauge, is this a permanent thing with them or something that they've really been going through lately? If it is somebody who is more casual or frivolous in your life, I probably wouldn't tolerate it personally. So you have to really see how you feel about that. Okay. Now for everybody, I forgot to say it throughout the video, but for those of you who are still here, I always do the subconscious cards, which are for everybody who's watched. You're doing so good, sweetheart. So for all of us who watched, this is the message about loyalty and if these people are loyal. We have the Knight of Cups reversed, the Six of Swords reversed, the unicorn, the golden unicorn, protector, guardian, champion. Sorry, my finger's on there. Werewolf, exploring wildness. It's kind of like your name, baby. Okay. So, not werewolf, the wildness part. um, okay, so for all of us watching here, it's really saying remember the people that are loyal, like the people who we know are loyal. We don't have to second guess, we don't have to worry about it. And it's like, remember those unicorns of people and don't let them go, and don't maybe kind of wear them down too much as we are struggling with the people who we end up kind of having to be disenchanted with, the people who don't have our backs. I feel like there are people who really love you. Like if you're watching this video, you have people like running to your rescue when you need help, who really truly care. And it might be hard to see that over like this roar of all the people who are kind of breaking your hearts, that you're finding out that they were all smoke and mirrors. They were all just, you can't see them unless you got rosy glasses on, you know. And the people who they leave you at the moment you need the most, really, is what I'm seeing. So here, like, and some of you, you're your own freaking unicorn, but there's at least somebody around to appreciate you, even if you're the one who has to, you know, put the horn on yourself. But there's definitely a feeling of protection here, especially if you drew number three, which was showing your ancestors in the reading, and you got, you know, and then this is the wrap up here with the protection and the guardians around. So yes, if you've been let down, especially by like a Libra, an Aquarius, a Pisces, you know, don't lose heart. In Aries, don't lose heart. There's definitely people who are fierce, who see you in a gorgeous, beautiful light. So don't just be disheartened, okay? So the other idea, someone did leave a really good idea. They said if a person is going to approach them. So I will do a pick a card for that. And go ahead and like the video, please, if you're into it. And see you next time.